Welcome to FunWithBlender. In this video I'll show you how to do this scene. I'll give you a quick breakdown of this scene. First of all, I'm not going to show you the modeling process in detail. I'll be more focusing on lighting, texturing, rendering and compositing. So let's begin with the scene. So this is my workflow for the scene, and as you can see there is a very simple setup, not much of detail. I will just focus on look and feel of the scene. For the modeling process, I have taken a plane for the table, then I created a wall and added a camera to see a rough composition. After that I have made a window, and for the window I have just extruded the box and added a bevel modifier so that the edges won't look sharp. Now for the camera I have changed the resolution to 1500 by 1500 because I wanted a square format to post it on Instagram. Now I'll model a wine glass. For that I'll take a circle and just keep extruding until it gets the correct shape. For the wine I have just selected the loops of the glass from inside and duplicated it and tweaked the shape a little bit. Now I'll model a candle. For that I have taken a cylinder and subdivided it multiple times. And then I sculpted the melting portion. And for the other candle I have just duplicated the candle and scaled it down and rotated it so that it won't look same. And then I again sculpted it to look more melted. Now for the secondary models, the plate, for that I have taken a circle and extruded it until it gets the shape. Now I will do the same thing for the other objects too. Now let's move on to texturing part. I have only one texture setup in this scene for the table and window, and for the other objects I have just used the default shader. Then for the table I have subdivided it multiple times and extruded it downwards so that I can add a displacement texture on that. Now select the table and unwrap it. Then I have added a material and textures to it. For the texture you can use any texture which is suitable for you. Now transfer this same material to window and check the scale of the texture on the both sides so that it would look consistent. Before shading other objects, I'll set the lighting first so that we can tweak the values for the material. Now for the lighting, I'll set the world setting first, then add volume scatter node to volume for the volumetric effect, then change the density to 0.02 and added a little bit of cooler tone to it. First I have added a top light, then changed the power to 15 watts and made it a little bit warmer. Then I have also added a light outside of window. For this light I have increased the power to 2000 watts and changed the size to 5 and also changed the color to cooler. Now I'll show you how it looks. Now to make it more cooler, I have added more lights outside of window, which makes the window look cool. And then I have added a plane for the bounce light with warmer color. Then I started shading the objects. For the glass, I have added a principal BSDF mixed with glass BFDF and changed the roughness, and then made a factor value to 0.1. For the plate, I have just tweaked the roughness to 0.3. Then for the forks, I have increased the metallic to 1 and roughness to 0.1. Then I also mix it with glossy BSDF with default values. For the background plate, I have added two materials, one with red color with 0.1 of metallic and roughness, and for other materials 0.2 of roughness. And at last, for the candle, I have added subsurface scattering node and kept the default value. Now let's check how it looks. For the candle fire, I have added that in the post, and I have also added a light to candle so that it can act as a fire. So that's it for lighting and texturing. Now let's move on to rendering. For rendering, I have added a denoising node, and then I added file output path. Now for the render settings, I have put the samples to 1000, volume to 4, and in the color management, I have changed to medium contrast. Now I'll put this to render. So this is how it looks when rendered. Now I'll composite it in Photoshop, as you can also composite it on Blender if you want, but I'm kinda used to Photoshop. So let's import the image to Photoshop. Now for the candle fire effect, I have downloaded some image of fire against background and multiplied them. Then to make the triple S look more appealing, I have added a layer and painted some white color. Then changed the mode to linear light. So as you can see, it looks much better now. So that's it for today. Let me know in the comments if you have any doubts, and make sure to like and subscribe to my channel for future videos. Thank you so much for watching. See you in the next video.